everyone. My name's Christine O'Connell. I am an ocean and environmental scientist. And ever since I was a little girl, I loved science. From the second I walked outside, I just wanted to know how the world worked. Until I got to college. And I studied science, and I ended up getting really disillusioned because I saw the work that I was doing. I saw this really amazing, cool stuff happening around me. And it ended up eventually on a sheet of paper, next to lots of other sheets of paper, in a paper journal, on a shelf with thousands of other journals, behind a door, in the walls, in the confines of a library. There weren't electronic journals then. I don't even think Google existed yet. And it was really disheartening because the only people that ever read that one article were other scientists, 15 other scientists doing the exact same thing. So I was young and idealistic, and I didn't think I was making a difference. So I decided to leave science and go into environmental advocacy and organizing and policy for many years and make a difference. But I ended up getting disillusioned with that after a few years too, because I saw policies being made that didn't reflect the science. And it was really frustrating. I didn't understand what the disconnect was. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to get my PhD in science, and I'm going to try and strengthen those connections between science, society, and policy. Fast forward 8 years later, as I was finishing up my dissertation, I got this email that went around from the actor Alan Alda from MASH. And he wanted to do this experiment with scientists to help make us better communicators. And I thought to myself, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to strengthen these connections. I'll volunteer for this. And not knowing what I was getting myself into, I was with 12 other scientists, and we ended up in a room unlike this one, or much like this one, with cameras around and microphones, and I thought, what the heck did I get myself into? This is not what I signed up for, with Alan Alda on the stage in front of us. And he brought us up on stage, and one of the first things he had us doing was throwing around imaginary balls. I want you all to put your hand out for a second and picture a tennis ball in your hand. Picture the weight of it, really see it, feel it. Is it green? Does it have scratches on it? Feel how heavy it is. Maybe toss it up in the air and catch it. Maybe toss it around to someone in the audience, someone in the row around you. I see lots of people getting hit in the head with tennis balls. But as you can imagine, me and the 12 other scientists up on stage, we were doing this, and it was kind of fun. It pushed us way out of our comfort zone, but I thought, what the heck does this have to do with making me a better science communicator? I went back, though, week after week, and doing these different improv exercises. And they did these before and after videos, and we watched them. And the difference was striking for all of us in how we improved in talking about our science just from doing improv exercises. And what was most striking to me is I thought I was a good communicator beforehand. I had taught this. I had done this for a living before I went back and got my PhD. And my 8 years in grad school had trained it all out of me. And I don't think that's something unique to science. I think anybody that studies something so deeply, whether you're an engineer, whether you're an artist, whether you're in business, you forget what it's like not to know. And a couple of economists turned this phrase a couple of decades ago called the curse of knowledge. And it's, you forget what it's like not to know the jargon, not to know the backstory, not to know why it's important. And that's what improv helped me reconnect with, that idea of empathy. And this is what we do at the Alda Center. We teach improv, we teach scientists how to distill their message. We work with doctors, we work with engineers. We work with scientists from all different disciplines and all different levels. We've trained probably tens of thousands of scientists around the country, around the world by now, on these two pieces. And it's being empathetic, really opening up to your audience, thinking about what are they thinking right now? What are they feeling right now? What's their background? And being clear in how you say it, like Prasad said before, bringing emotion back to your work and how you talk about it and express it. Being clear, using vivid imagery, using analogies, metaphors, narratives, storytelling. And we're finding amazing results. Scientists aren't just becoming better communicators now, they're becoming stronger scientists. And this is one of the pieces that really holds true for me in this work, is I do this because I think communication is at the base of science. If you actually think back to the scientific method, think back to your middle school classes. when you learn the scientific method? What's the last step? Does anybody remember in the scientific method? Conclusion, reporting. Often I hear publication. Actually, the last step is dissemination. It's communication itself, and there's a reason for that. Because science is this living, breathing thing. We have to learn from what came before us to build on it. We have to understand that to build on it and come up with a new idea. Just like any field that is going to grow and innovate, you need to be able to communicate and understand each other. And if you're just talking, if you're just putting publications out there and not communicating, if the other person's not getting it, it's not communication. They have to get it for it to be communication. And that's your job. And it's a shift in thinking. It's your job to make that happen. And that's what this idea of improvisation teaches and what empathy teaches us, to think about our audience in a different way. And one of the ways we've done that is we've created this contest called the Flame Challenge. The Flame Challenge, has anybody heard of it here? Oh, good. The Flame Challenge is a contest for 11-year-olds and scientists around the world. And it's intended for scientists. It's intended as a way to help scientists practice communicating complex ideas to 11-year-olds. And not only to explain what they are, but to get them excited about it. And it started when Alan Alda was 11. And he wanted to know how a flame worked, what a flame was. And he went and asked his teacher, what's a flame? And she said to him, it's oxidation. You could see that wouldn't satisfy a little 11-year-old mind. And he challenged scientists to go out there and come up with an answer to this question. And since then, we've had 5. This year is what is sound? And the great thing about this contest is what started out as a contest for scientists and explaining and exciting kids about this has turned into a great learning tool for kids. We just had the Worldwide Assembly on Tuesday, actually, where we brought in 7 schools from around the world to discuss the question with Alan and the finalists. We have 3 video and 3 written finalists about what they liked and what they didn't like. And one of my favorites was this little 9-year-old boy from England. And he said, I liked parts of it. I liked this one part, but it was really confusing for me. I didn't understand it. But you know, I'm only 9, I'm not 11. And he meant it. And that's the point, right? Everybody's different. You can have one answer prepared in your mind, but a 9-year-old is going to be different from an 11-year-old, and every 9-year-old is going to be different. And you have to know in the moment, are they getting it? Are they with me? And this is where improv comes in, is taking care of your audience, taking care of the person, getting the focus off yourself, and instead of thinking, what am I doing? How am I doing? Do I sound silly? Are they getting it? And putting the focus on your audience, and it makes all the difference. I want to try an exercise. It's going to be a little interactive since it's after lunch, and it's part of knowing your audience, because I know you're probably all a little tired right now, right? Maybe drifting off. You want to pay attention. So everybody stand up and grab a partner. Try and stay around your seats. Grab a partner, face each other, take a look at each other. Okay. Now, decide between you who's person A and who's person B. I'm going to grab the 2 of you and bring you up here. Person A is themselves. Person B is going to be your mirror image, okay? Why don't you stand right there? When I say go, you're going to move. If you're person A, if I go like this, person B is going to go like this. If I hop to the side, you're going to hop to the side. Remember, your goal is to be the mirror image of person A. Ready? Go. I want you to refocus and pay attention to, what's your name, Erica and Susie? Pay attention to Erica and Susie. Ready? Go. Can you tell who's leading and who's following? Who's leading? Oh, can you move to the center a bit? Who was leading here? Susie. How did you know that? She was first. And what else? She was following. She was lagging behind, right? So your goal is to be a mirror. You don't want to see that lag. You don't want to see your audience lagging behind you. So what could she do differently to help her? What can Susie do differently? You can't talk. What can Susie do differently to help Erica? Slow down. Yes, slow down. Slower. What else can she do?
Do things simply.
Simpler movements, right? This isn't a contest to trick your partner, right? You don't want to jump to the side and flip around. You want simpler, slower movements. Okay, what else? Patterns, sure, be repetitive. That's great. What else can she do?
Reward with the eye, smile, reward, and she has to...
Yes, and body language. Eye contact. I know it's weird. Most of you have just met the person you're sitting next to, and I know it's weird to ask you to look into each other's eyes, but look into each other's eyes. You should keep that eye contact. Your focus should not be on what movement am I going to do next. Your focus should be on, are they getting it? And if they're not, what do I need to do differently to help them get it? It should be about helping the other person. So let's try it again and put your focus on helping her. And if she's not with you, think about what you can do differently to help her stay with you. Remember, there's no race here. You can go as slow as possible. Mirror image. Slow it down even more. Good. Give them a hand. Okay, thank you. You can sit. Okay, you can all sit now. But those are exactly the points to keep in mind when you're communicating. Slower, simpler movements. It's not about tricking the person you're talking to. It's not about showing how clever you are and how far behind they are, although that might be your goal, which is why knowing your goal is important here. But if you actually want them to get it, your focus should be on them and taking care of them and helping them to get it. And practicing these exercises really helps you to get there. And again, it comes back to that idea of empathy and clarity, being very clear in your goal, being very clear in your audience and what you want to help them achieve. And being empathetic as to where they are. And if they're not with you, if your audience isn't with you and you're giving a talk and you see people nodding or falling asleep or just looking spaced out, they're not with you. What do you need to do differently to get them there? With that, thank you very much.